Hello. Thank you for taking a walk with us into this world of miracles. In these series of meditations, we explore a spectacular incident that took place during the life and times of Jesus Christ. I'm Reverend Ronald Nathan, and I'm the minister of the Hogard AME Zion Church in Jackson, in the parish of St. Michael, in the Republic of Barbados. A miracle is an extraordinary and astonishing happening that is due to the presence and actions of God. The miracles of Jesus Christ gives us an insight and a glimpse into his compassion, his identity, and his future plans. It's because of these that we exclaim, "Oh my God." In these OMG moments, we want to take a look at Jesus' cleansing of the 10 lepers, found in Luke 17, verses 11 to 19. Now, on his way to Jerusalem, Jesus traveled along the border between Samaria and Galilee. As he was going into a village, 10 men who had leprosy met him. They stood at a distance and called out in a loud voice, "Jesus, Master, have pity on us." When he saw them, he said, "Go show yourself to the priests." And as they went, they were cleansed. A Time to Speak was the title of a book I published, one of my first edited articles back in the 1980s. Then, as now, it was necessary that the Christian community understood the times and spoke pointedly to the critical issues of the day. In Ecclesiastes chapter 3, King Solomon addresses the issue of timing and makes mention of a time to speak. Then he pronounced that a time to speak was part of the burden God had laid on the human race. An interesting phrasing. The burden that God had laid on the human race. The burden of human responsibility is to understand the times within which we live and allow that understanding to guide and direct our intentions and discipline our actions. What has this got to do with 10 leprous men living outside a nondescript village on the border of Samaria and Galilee, you ask? Well, I am glad that you asked that. You see, these men would have died meaningless and painful lives if they had not chosen the right time to speak up. Their destiny at this point was in their mouths. As I shared before, the chances of 10 leprous men being able to carry on a normal life was slim indeed. Israel's policy was to ostracize and separate all persons with leprosy. They were to stay outside of the city or town and could be stoned if they crossed the borders. However, if they did have to venture into a town, they had to give a loud notification of warning so that people would make way, understanding that a person or persons who were unclean were passing through. What an existence! They could neither go home, be around their friends or family members, or even go to church. These 10 men faced the same fate. So they came together for self-defense, for human fellowship, and collective support. Somehow, They had come across the news that Jesus was going to be in the border town, and they were strategic enough to choose the right place at the right time to find and raise their voice. The previous Bible reading states they stood at a distance and called out in a loud voice, "Jesus, Master, have pity on us." Speaking can be a way of taking action. This was the time to support their constant prayers for healing, deliverance, and liberation. Speaking up was dependent on their getting the attention of the man from Galilee, the healer out of Nazareth. We are told when he saw them, he said, "Go show yourself to the priests." And as they went, they were cleansed. There comes a time in our lives when we cannot whisper. We have to speak up and speak up loudly, for our whole future is at stake. So there you have it, God the Father working the extraordinary through his Son for his praise, glory, and honor. Remember, ask and a miracle shall be given to you. Search and you will find a miracle. Knock and a miraculous door shall be opened before you. God bless you and have a great day.